Welcome back to Leading Horses, where we lead horses, not sheep. Because remember, you can always lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Go ahead and do me a favor and subscribe now or follow me on these platforms. Appreciate it as always. You have to go back to Run DMC to understand why we are here today. The demise of hip hop.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
I think Run DMC, when you look at their history, when you look at their inception in the game, what they talked about, the timeline of when they came in the game, I feel like they were put in this game to usher in what we have today in hip hop, and that's commercialism.
What do you mean by that?
When I say that, I'm talking about basically hip hop getting hijacked by the powers that be to control the message. It all goes back to the message. Control the message, control the minds. You have to understand the power that music has, especially for us. So Run DMC is born. They're putting out their albums, their music. Who else did you have out a little before them? You had Grandmaster Flash, The Message, which a lot of people refer to as the greatest hip hop song of all time, the greatest rap song of all time, especially the people from that era that were around back then. They just say it was a different vibration. It was a different time, especially for us and what that song meant for us. They were building something. We were going somewhere with around that time frame. Us as a Black people, we were moving differently. That song really resonated with us. If you listen to the song, it's still great to this day because it's very relatable. The struggle he talked about, the way they painted the picture, it's a fire song. Like, you can't deny it. It's as high as it is, as high as that song is regarded in the culture, and as big as that song is, no Grammys. That's what we have today. No Grammys. As big as that song was, no Grammys. But you look at Run DMC, they just handed awards. It's pretty evident what was going on. But that song came out in 1981. It had a very big impact on our community. Then you have Run DMC. Like I said, they're the father of what we see the industry as today. Like I said, if you look at, I'm not going to get into who the names, but if you look at who ushered them in, if you look at their videos, images, every time you see them, they were wearing the gold chains. This was around the beginning of rap. But when you look at what they did, who they worked for, how they came to be, who they were up against. But even on that point of the us, Run DMC, they ushered in, they brought in the Beastie Boys. The Beastie Boys. The Beastie Boys and their inception and how they came into the game is what we see today. What they call, I'm not saying they were this, but just how we bring in, or not even bring in, but these white faces just pop up overnight. The Tommy Richmonds and the Jack Harlows, and whether you think they're skilled or not, just how they come to be, how we, the same way Run DMC aligned with them, how these other acts align with these people, these artists, get them in the door. We look at Drake, Lil Wayne, same thing.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Then you think about it, like I said, like how can I put this? It's like the rapper starter package. Everybody knows now. You gotta have money. You gotta look like you popping. You gotta have jewelry.
You're broke. You're f***ing poor.
I don't like where this is going.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Overrated as f***, in my opinion. I mean, and you know what though? That's typically how the bullshit goes. You feel me?
Where you gotta have these materials. And it gave way for what we have today, where the message got lost, the materials we gained. It's more about how you look. Can you sell it? Can you sell the image before the message? And that was the inception of that. Run DMC. Run DMC, if you look at that tree of materialism, commercial materialism, it's them, LL Cool J, goes down to J. J is a little more multifaceted than just commercialism. And then it just trickles down to what we have today, Drake and all these other guys. But the materialism aspect is, I'm not even gonna leave it at Drake. Like I said, it's the majority of rap today. It's just, it became the new norm and we lost the message. You see what I did there? But I think they deserve to get more blame and be held accountable for where we're at today.
Do you see me laughing, my nigga?
Grandmaster Flash and the message is where we should be. It's what we should be striving for, especially in our community. Where we have a lot of things going on, a lot of injustices, a lot of just corruption, a lot of things that go on, we're conspired against, and it got lost. You know, I know as a Kendrick Lamar Day One fan, you would always hear, oh, he's what they say, he's too conscious, or I ain't trying to listen to all them words. It's like,
You serious?
you know, I don't know how we got, well, I do know how we got here, which is why I'm saying this, but it's laughable. It's always been laughable to me. And that is why I can't talk sports, music, culture with the majority of people, because they don't even know what's going on.
Hi.
Okay.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
I mean, it's pretty evident if you just pay attention and use that brain. It's pretty evident what is going on. You know, numbers, we're controlled by numbers and image and all these other things where the music is last. That's why the state of hip hop is where it's at. We're talking about hip hop, and hip hop is the last thing that matters.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
The image matters more, all these other things. But another point that I thought was pretty telling about Grandmaster Flash and hip hop getting hijacked, and that song came out in 1981. Talk about music being vibrations and the power that it has, especially for our people. Someone else died that year who also was very big on the understanding of music and vibrations. Bob Marley died in 1981.
Now I'm really mad.
It's like a war, a secret war was going on, and it's like we recognized around that time frame the power that music had, and we were taking it into our own hands.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
And just like anything, when we get our hands on it and start controlling our narratives, it gets hijacked. Black Wall Street. I look at the NBA today, the way I talk about the foreign agenda. The foreign agenda is so strong that it's become evident when you're watching the actual games. It's become evident that the game is compromised. The refs, you know, that's always been a thing. Like even back to Jordan era, and they say it was cheating and all this other stuff, gambling under the table. Boom. But today, it's almost unwatchable. That NBA Finals was refreshing in the fact of it felt like they were letting them play more. But this thing has been going on for some time now, and you look at who they keep telling us is the best players, who they keep promoting as the best players. They're trying to get the black man, and you can't, right? Because it's all we dominate that sport. But as far as the greats and who they're trying to sell us constantly, who they're catering to with the officiating, which is going to affect the numbers and the stats. So, but if you sit down and watch the game, I know I'm talking to a different crowd now.
We do not care.
But to the actual basketball fans, if you sit down and watch the actual games, you know who's who, you know what's what, you know what's going on. A lot of these people are fanboys.
Gay.
A lot of these people have secret agendas, and they can't just be objective. Call a spade a spade. Just because I have a favorite doesn't mean I have to cape for them. I'm going to keep it true. I'm going to keep it honest to the sport, to basketball. Same thing with rap. I'm going to keep it true. So I just think, though, that Run DMC, like I said, doesn't get enough flack for the demise of rap, for the demise of hip hop, the spirit of hip hop. And like I said, they funneled in commercialism into making it very important. But the overall theme of rap is commercialism. I'm curious though, do you agree? Do you feel, when you go back and research first, go back and listen to their music, go back and study and look at the timeline of what was going on, do you think that Run DMC had the biggest hand in hip hop's demise today? I'm curious. Leave your answers in the comments.
We tired of playing with your ass, nigga. Today your ass is gonna die, bitch. Say goodnight, motherfucker.